Hey guys, it's Sheena from Teton Raptor Center, and I'm here to give you all this week's patient updates. So let's go ahead and get started. First up this week is Great Horned Owl 2-8 from Swan Valley, Idaho. This is the bird that came in and was struck by a vehicle and is dealing with a radius fracture in its right wing, a scapula fracture on the left shoulder, and then a lot of eye trauma going on and head trauma. So there's a lot happening with this bird. We are still able to continue the course of cold laser therapy, physical therapy. We're doing medicated eye drops several times a day. One thing that I want to note, you can see it really well in this photo, is look at the two different eyes and notice that the pupils are slightly different sizes. Also, you can see that this bird has yellow eyes, and the two yellow colors, it's kind of hard to see in this photo, but in real life, one looks more golden than yellow. And so we are seeing some trauma, and that's as a result of something called uveitis, which is the eye trauma that this bird is specifically dealing with. Next up, we have Great Horned Owl 1228 from Hoback, Wyoming. This is another car strike bird, and this bird came in with head and eye trauma that has since resolved, but there has been some wing trauma that we're still trying to work out. Basically, we tried moving this bird into the flight barn, and unfortunately, it just wasn't flying the way we would have hoped. So we've kind of brought him back into the PCU. This enclosure is actually really large, and he's able to do long flights back and forth in there if he chooses to. He is able to get up on this high perch, so that's a really good sign. But unfortunately, with this type of severity of injury, it just does take time for these kinds of issues to heal, especially if it's nerve related. So we're going to continue staying the course with this bird and hopefully be able to begin flight conditioning sometime in March. Moving right along, we've got our beautiful rough-legged hawk 1224 from Farson, Wyoming. This is the bird that came in with a gunshot wound, and that wound has healed beautifully. That gunshot also left the bird with a fractured ulna that has healed really nicely. Didn't need surgery. We just had this bird in a wrap that kept the wing immobilized, and we had to leave that wrap on for about 6 weeks, which is a really long time to be in a wrap. And so the range of motion in this bird's wrist just isn't what we'd like for it to be. So we're doing a lot of physical therapy with this bird. The good thing is that it is now living out in the PCU, and so it can fly around as much as it wants to. And it is able to get up to its higher perches. So that physical therapy is moving along nicely just because this bird is willing to be so active and kind of condition itself in a few ways. So hopefully we can get this bird out before its migration. This is an Arctic dwelling species. So as spring comes, we don't want to be releasing it anywhere in a warm place. We want to make sure it's able to get back to its cold region of the world. Last but not least this week is Red-tailed Hawk 1214 from Taylorville, Idaho. We've got this bird in flight conditioning. He is still very out of shape. You can see here he is trying to get up to his high perch and he just doesn't make it. But we're going to continue to stay the course and continue flight conditioning. All right, that's all we've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed learning more about our birds. Remember that if you want to do your part to help keep wild birds wild, you can check out our website at tetonraptorcenter.org and make a donation. You can also click the link in the description below, and that will take you right to our donate page. Bye!